All right, we'll let Dan Perry get out there and get some hot laps. If you do stop on the track, make sure you stop outside of the race line, off to the outside of a corner.
Dan Perry.
All right, looking good out there. I think everybody's warmed up. And loop is live. Your time starts when you cross that finish line. About a minute and a half in, and Wonder Kid Braxton Yates is in that top spot. Dan Perry just 1.5 seconds behind him. Ben Castleberry holding down that 3. Ken Perry's close to taking that 3 away from Ben Castleberry. Running very tight. 3 minutes to go.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Braxton Yates, Dan Perry, and Ben Castleberry.
Close to that 2-minute mark. Those top 2 runners are running very consistent. Dan and Braxton. Dan just took over that top spot, but there's only about a second between them. Ben's in the 3, Ken Perry a half second behind him. Braxton getting caught up in some lap traffic, doing the gentlemanly thing and waiting for him. Thank you, sir. About 1 minute remaining. Dan's got some breathing room.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Dan Perry, Braxton Yates, and Ken Perry. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time clock expired. Keep running till you hear your name. Keep running till the computer or I calls
Perry
your
done.
name.
Ben Castleberry done. Braxton Yates done. Ethan G done. All drivers are finished.
Dan Perry
Dan Perry
looking
done.
like he's back in true form again. Running away with that one. Good job, Braxton for the 2. Ben Castleberry claiming the 3.
The race is completed.
Thank you, quarter marshals. Track is open.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Kyle Thompson. Ben Trocky. Jeff Adolph. Ben Adolph. Bradley Richards.
Looking pretty smooth out there. All right, loop is live.
Ben Trocky. Jeff Adolph. Kyle Thompson.
Oop,
Bradley Richards.
Don't worry about that
Ben Adolph.
part of it. At that minute and a half mark, those top three are running away a bit. I got Ben Adolph, Ben Trocky, and Kyle Thompson, each with about a second and a half between them.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Kyle Thompson, and Ben Trocky.
At the halfway point, Ben Adolph's starting to pull some room between himself and the rest of the pack. Closest battle out there is Ben Trocky on the 2, Kyle Thompson 3 seconds back on the 3. Next race up is two-wheel drive buggy sportsman, heat number 3. Be looking for Newberry, Hall, Sean Smith, Brian Gee, and Paxton. Bradley Richards and Jeff Adolph have a battle going. Very little time between them. Jeff on the 4, Bradley on the 5. Ben continues to pull. He's about 8 seconds up on the field.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Ben Trocky, and Kyle Thompson.
Bradley Richards, are you still glitching out there, Bradley? You still glitching out there, or what's up? Bradley, make sure, see Corey, he'll catch you for a race pass for next time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben Adolph done. Jeff Adolph done. Ben Trocky done. All drivers are finished.
All
Kyle
right.
Thompson done.
Good job, Ben, with the win. Ben Trocky, very consistent. That was a good pull from you. Nice driving, guys. What? Oh, yeah. Shh. When they're gone, they're gone.
The race is completed.
Hey, now. Talk to your quarter marshals. Track is open.
2 minutes to the start of the race. Logan Hall, Brian G, Sean Smith, Eric Newberry, Paxton Wyman,
About 20 more seconds. Loop is live. Getting near that minute and a half mark, I got a good battle for that number one spot. Logan Hall currently sitting on it. Brian Gee in the blue with yellow wheels is in that number two spot. About a second between those two. Bit of a gap. Eric Newberry holding down that three.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Logan Hall, Brian G, and Eric Newberry.
Two minutes left. Those top two are continuing the battle. Only a second between them. Logan Hall still on the top spot. Brian Gee now 1/2 second behind him. Paxton Wyman moves up into that three. Oh, except I have to delete a lap for him. Got a short lap there for Paxton. I'll make that adjustment. All right, Eric Newberry's still in that three. I got Sean Smith about 5 seconds back in the four. Paxton's right there as well.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Brian G., Logan Hall, and Eric Newberry.
Good job, Paxton. That's good. He spun off. You're good. Good job. Ten seconds left. I got about 3 seconds. Brian Gee's about 3 seconds up over Logan now, putting in a good hot run.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Paxton Wyman done. Eric Newberry done. Sean Smith done. Logan Hall
Ooh,
done.
Sean Smith sneaks
All
in to
drivers are
claim that
finished.
3 spot.
Brian G.
1/10 of a second over Eric Newberry. Brian Gee does hold down that number 1. Logan only a second behind him. Take a look at that TQ board, though. Braxton and Dan are going to make it tough.
The race is completed.
All right, who's going to volunteer for bucket 5? We'll switch Logan. Think you got it? Thanks, Ken. All right, track's open.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Dan Perry. Jeff Adolph. Ben Adolph. Corey Frisbee. One minute to the start of the race.
Loop is live. Minute and a half in, I've got mere tenths of a second between each driver.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Corey Frisbee, Jeff Adolph, and Dan Perry.
Halfway through this race, I've got Corey on that top spot. Dan about 3 seconds back from there. Ben, wait, how's Ben spinning laps? All right, took the computer a minute there to clear itself out. Got about 6 seconds between each driver. Corey, Dan, Jeff, in that order. Corey putting it down. He's 10 seconds up on the field.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Corey Frisbee, Jeff Adolph, and Dan Perry.
Coming down to the wire for Jeff and Dan. 1 second between them.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dan Perry done. All drivers are finished.
Corey
Frisbee
pulls
done.
out 12 and a half
Jeff
seconds
Adolph
at the end. Ooh, Dan Perry finishes in third, only a quarter second behind Jeff. Corey better not change a thing. That was a heater of a run. You're gonna have to wear that OTW sweatshirt every race now. Must be it.
The race is completed.
We had 4 drivers in that last race. We could definitely use 1 corner marshal. We've got a stacked heat of a short course. Newcomer Carl Blocker to this class, but dominated in his first showing with that SC7. Once the racers from the last heat make it out there, I will be needing one volunteer quarter marshal, please.
Two minutes to the start
Maybe
of the
someone
race.
in a red shirt, a little bit shorter. That would work out good. He was in the last race. Thank you, Braxton. All right, Rubbins Racing, track is open.
Carl Blocker. Ken Perry. Ben Castleberry. Kyle Thompson. Nicole Bruner.
Something I can do? It just cut out. Oh, okay. We're gonna give Nicole about a minute to get a body mount fastened in there.
Eric Newberry. Just doing a slight intermission while Corey and Nicole get that short course squared away. Once that loop goes live, you can use a little bit of strategy if you want to kind of gap yourself from the person ahead. That's entirely up to you. Yeah, for sure. All right, she's alive. All right, let's roll this about a lap unless, yeah, just roll it about a lap and I'll hit that button. Loop is live. At about that minute and a half mark, I got Carl Blocker on that top spot. He's getting in touch with his 90s racing spirit animal, finding the speed. He's 5 seconds up on the pack. Ben Castleberry holding the 2. Nicole right there. Ken right there.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Carl Blocker, Ben Castleberry, and Ken Perry.
Ooh, those top 3 are running tight. Right now I got Ben, Ken, and Carl, each within a second of each other. 1, 2, and 3. A little bit of a gap, and then we got Kyle and Nicole running very close as well. One and 2 crossing the finish line now. Carl coming over the big jump. That's 1, 2, and 3. Ben, Ken, and Carl.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Castleberry, Ken Perry, and Carl Blocker.
1 second between each of those drivers. "40 seconds left on the clock." Ben Castleberry stretching out that lead all of a sudden. He's up about 6 seconds now. That leaves Ken and Carl fighting it to the end. Still just 1 second between them.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carl Blocker done. Kyle Thompson done. Eric Newberry done. Ken Perry done. Ben Castleberry done.
Ben locks it down. Carl for the 2, Ken for the 3, Kyle right there on the number 4.
All drivers are finished. Nicole Bruner done.
All right, let's take the fastest cars out here and see how many we can fit on the track. 7:13.5s, you guys are up.
The race is completed. 2 minutes to the start of the race.
Track is open.
Ben Trocchi. Tristan Madsen. Brian G. Ben Adolph. Jeff Adolph. Dustin Belcher. Logan Hall. 1 minute to the start of the race.
May want to spread them out a little, getting close to that time. It's up to you. Loop is live. Yep, doesn't count till you cross it. There you go. No more mistakes. You're good, Brian. You didn't touch him. Just past that minute and a half. Ooh, boy, it's looking tight out there. Ben's got a little gap at about 3 seconds. Trocchi and Jeff are on top of each other, 2 and 3. Dustin Belcher's right there. Logan's right there. Brian's right there. Everybody's right there.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Ben Trocchi, and Jeff Adolph.
Top 3 have a pretty good gap. Ben enjoying some breathing room in that first place. Ben Trocchi and Jeff Adolph fighting close for that 2 spot. Caution up top, caution up top, caution up top. Clear.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Ben Trocchi, and Jeff Adolph.
Ooh, Ben Trocchi's chopping down on Ben Adolph's lead. He's getting closer. Closest battle on the track is now for that 4 spot. Logan Hall on the 4, Dustin Belcher right on his heels.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben Trocchi done.
Ben Trocchi is done.
Ben Adolph done. Jeff Adolph done. Logan Hall done. Dustin Belcher done.
Logan slides into that 3 spot towards the end, edging Jeff out by about a half a second. Boy, Dustin Belcher was right there as well. Some good
All
battling.
drivers are finished. Tristan
Ben
Matson done.
Adolph with the convincing lead.
The race is completed.
Second verse, same as the first. 2-wheel drive sportsman. You guys are up. Dan Braxton, Ben Castleberry, Ken Perry, and Ethan. Yeah, track's open if you want to run.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Dan Perry. Braxton Yates. Ben Castleberry. Ken Perry. Ethan G. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Getting close to making the loop live, not quite yet. If you want to spread out or stay right on top of the guy, that's your choice.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Loop is live. The top qualifying time to beat from that last round is a 24 lap 5:06 by Mr. Dan Perry. Very nice work, Ethan, on that one. Doing great, buddy. So much improvement out of you. At the minute and a half mark, I got team brother Perry at the top, Dan and Ken. Braxton closing in quick.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Dan Perry, Braxton Yates, and Ken Perry.
Beautiful driving by Braxton, getting around those lappers, taking patience and pulling the trigger when it's time. Very expert-like. I got Dan Perry on that top spot. Braxton about 3 seconds back. Just over 2 minutes. Ken Perry looking real comfortable in the 3. If you do need to stop and wait for another driver, let's try to hop out of the race line. You're good, you're good. Minute 15 on the clock, 2 seconds separation between Dan and Braxton.
After 4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Perry, Braxton Yates, and Ken Perry.
Both those top runners are improving their lap times from that last race. Braxton also on a 24 lap pace right now. Oh no, Ben Castleberry got forgot about in the center. That could allow Ken Perry to catch him for the 3 spot. We'll find out this next time around.
5,
Ken Perry moves
4,
into the 3.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, Braxton goes to the top spot with Dan 1 second behind. Keep running till you hear a name. Oh, they're battling on the track too.
Ethan G. done.
Oh boy.
Braxton Yates done. Dan Perry done.
Braxton takes it along with the TQ.
Ken Perry done.
24 laps,
drivers are finished.
5:06.5
Ben Castleberry done.
to a 24 lap 5:06.9. That's some tight racing.
The race is completed.
All right, Braxton's taking the bucket 5, the toughest job in the house. So if you do grab him from the top, just make sure that everything's clear, then set him down on the bottom. All right, we got enough corners. You guys can spin some laps if you like. Track is open. Oh, that's right. Bradley's
Thompson.
not coming back. Darn it.
2 minutes to the start of the race. Jeff Adolph. Ben Trotty. Ben Adolph.
Loop is live. Oh, who's this? It's a different Ben up top. Ben Trotty up by 0.3 seconds.
After 2 minutes, The top drivers are Ben Adolph, Kyle Thompson, and Ben Truckee.
Well, that flipped pretty quick. All right, 2 seconds between each driver. Ben Adolph, Kyle Thompson, Ben Truckee, Jeff Adolph in that order, running very close. Minute and a half remaining on the clock. Ben Adolph pulling out that lead just over 5 seconds. Kyle Thompson and Ben Truckee are battling 2 and 3.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Kyle Thompson, and Ben Truckee. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben Adolph done. Kyle Thompson done. Jeff Adolph done.
Ben with the win. Kyle Thompson moving on up that leaderboard, starting off in second for the mains.
All drivers
that
are
was a
finished.
strong run.
Ben Truckee done. The race is completed.
Ben Adolph.
2
someone
minutes to
under
the
me.
start of the race.
Okay, track open.
Eric Newberry, Paxton Wyman, Brian G.
All right, sportsman
Logan Hall.
drivers, your mission
Sean
is to knock Braxton or Dan off of that top spot. Braxton with the TQ, Dan with the 2. Brian Gee currently sitting in the 3 for qualifying.
One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
Loop is live. Minute and a half in, Brian Gee is stretching out that first place lead. He's already 10 seconds up on the field. Paxton's sitting on the 2. Logan's only a second and a half behind him.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Brian G., Paxton Wyman, and Logan Hall.
Halfway through the race, Brian Gee in that top spot, and he is knocking on the door for that 24 laps, sitting right on the bubble for a 24 lap pace. Currently just Braxton and Dan have pulled that off so far. Brian Gee moving through a war zone, coming
After 4
out
minutes,
clean.
The top drivers are Brian G., Logan Hall, and
He's
Paxton
sitting on a
Wyman.
23.5 flat. 1/10 of a second. He'll be on that 24 lap pace.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Logan Hall done. Sean Smith done.
Nice
Brian
work,
G.
Brian Gee. He moves
Paxton
into the
Wyman done.
24 lap club.
All drivers are finished.
Takes the win
Eric
on
Newberry
that one,
done.
secures third for the overall. Logan Hall takes second on that race, and Paxton on the 3.
The race is completed. Two minutes to the start of the race.
Have to talk someone into taking that darn bucket 5. Oh, thanks, Paxton. All right, so you'll grab him from the top and then set him on the bottom. Cool. All right, track's open.
Dan Perry. Jeff Adolph. Corey Frisbee. Ben Adolph. One minute to the start of the race.
Ben Adolph's got one shot at a good qualifying run to position himself for that main.
45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
Someone needs to safety wire Corey's body clips like a dirt bike brake.
15 seconds to the start of the race. 10, 9, 8,
That will be
7,
the start when the
6,
countdown ends.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At the minute and a half, it's the Jeff and Dan show, 1 and 2, quarter second between them. Ben Adolph starting to lay him down some hot laps.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Jeff Adolph, Ben Adolph, and Dan Perry.
Both Dan and Corey are only about a half second back from Ben. This race is very close. Still, every driver out there is a second or less between them. Ben, Jeff, Corey, Dan. One minute 10 on the clock.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Jeff Adolph, and Corey Frisbee.
Jeff on that top spot, actually pulling just a little. Ben and Corey within a second. Countdown is on. We're in the final seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeff Adolph done.
Jeff will score that win along with the TQ.
Ben Adolph done.
Ben Adolph finishing 1.5 behind him. Corey's on his lid.
Dan
I think
Perry
that
done.
could change up the end. We'll see when he comes across the line.
All drivers are finished. Corey Frisbee
Oh,
done.
less than a tenth. Corey will take the 3. I'm not
The race
saying
is
short
completed.
course racing gets a little crazy, but I am saying it's more than a 4-person job to corner these guys. We could use a volunteer quarter marshal. Thanks, Braxton. There you go.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Oh no. All right, let her rip, Tater Chip. Track is open.
Kyle Thompson, Ken Perry, Nicole Bruner, Ben Castleberry,
It's going to be Ben Castleberry with the target on his back. Time to
Newberry.
beat is a 22 lap 5:09.
1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30
All
seconds to the
right,
start
loop
of the race.
is live. Minute and a half in, I got Ken Perry on the top spot. Ben Castleberry on the 2, Kyle on the 3.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ken Perry, Ben Castleberry, and Carl Blocker.
Halfway through, I got Ken on the top spot. Castleberry right there on the 2. Carl moving up to the 3. Carl Blocker moves up again. He's into that 2 spot. Nicole also moving up. She's in the 3.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ken Perry, Carl Blocker, and Nicole Bruner.
Ken Perry 10 seconds up on the field and 1 second off of that TQ pace.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kyle Thompson done. Ben Castleberry done. Ken Perry done. Nicole Bruner done. Eric Newberry done. All drivers are finished. Carl Blocker done.
Just a second.
Ken Perry takes it by 1.5 miles. Carl Blocker for the 2, Kyle in the 3. But Ben Castleberry will retain that TQ from the first round. I need to add a lap for. Okay, so add a lap for you. Okay. All right, had to add a lap for Castleberry. So final running order was Ken Perry by a landslide, Ben Castleberry on the 2, and Carl on the 3.
The race is completed.
All right, 4-wheel drive drivers, if you can find some volunteer corners, I can split you into 2 on the main. That way we'll have 4 in each with the bump. Yep. There we go. We got coverage. Track open. The Daytona 500 out there.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Logan Hall, Ben Trocchi, Jeff Adol, Dustin Belcher, Tristan Madsen, Brian G.
Oh no, Ben Adolph, your TQ sitting this one out. Are you going to be back for the mains? Okay. Looking pretty spread out. Loop is live. At the minute and a half mark, your top four are running super close. Jeff, Ben Trocky, Logan, and Belcher. Brian Gees right there. I slipped back a little bit. Jeff, Logan, Ben, and Dustin all running tight. 1, 2, 3, 4.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Logan Hall, Jeff Adolph, and Ben Trocky.
Just over halfway is Jeff on the top spot. Ben Trocky just 2 seconds back. Logan Hall on the 3. Dustin Belcher only 1 second back from there in the 4. Oh boy, we got a race to the top. Ben Trocky, Jeff Adolph, Logan Hall, all right there for that 1, 2, and 3.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Jeff Adolph, Ben Trocky, and Dustin Belcher.
Jeff Adolph and Ben Trocky pulling away a bit, but they are battling just between themselves. Logan Hall and Dustin Belcher are fighting for that 3 spot.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian G. done. Dustin Belcher done. Tristan Madsen done. Jeff Adolph done. Ben Trocky done.
Ooh,
All
it's a
drivers are
photo
finished.
finish for 1 and
Logan
2.
Hall
Jeff will take it. Ben Trocky on the 2. Logan finally claims that 3. Dustin Belcher must have been right there.
The race is completed.
All right, I'll do a quick sort. I will split 4-wheel drive buggy into 2, but you have to promise to find a volunteer quarter marshal.
All right, I'm coming down the stairs with that main running order. There will be one bump out of Sportsman. There will be a bump out of four-wheel drive buggy.
Sean Smith. Paxton Wyman.
Mains are posted. Each of those 13.5 four-wheel drive buggy guys solemnly swore they'd find a volunteer quarter marshal. We've got 3 in the last race, so we will need some volunteer corners. It's going to be four-wheel drive buggy A main out to corner. Two-wheel drive buggy Sportsman B main will be fighting it out.
Ethan G. Ken Perry.
All right, who are we running? We're running Buggy Sportsman. Very good. Just a second. Quarter marshals looking good. Track open. All right, winner of this will be going to the A main. Taking one bump. Ben Castleberry currently sitting
Eric
on
Newberry.
that bubble.
Ben Castleberry.
All right, I think everybody got a couple laps out there. Let's go ahead and line them up. Need to have one tire on the white line Running order is going to be Castleberry on the top spot, Ken Perry on the 2, Ethan on the 3, Sean Smith on the 4, Eric Newberry on the 5, Paxton on the 6. If you wanted to move Paxton up one, you could, but maybe he wants a little room, hoping for a pile up either way.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
Corner marshals ready. Drivers, this is a heads up race, and we are going live on the tone. It's wild towards the back, but it's Ken off out to the front with some clear track. Ben Castleberry chasing him down. Your leader across the finish line now. Second place, Castleberry in orange. It's Paxton in the 3, and that's silver with white wheels. Caution, big jump, clear. Oh no, your leader gets caught on the foot. That's gonna put Ben Castleberry to the top. Ken and Ben, 1 and 2. They're coming up on the lappers. This is going to get interesting.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Castleberry, Ken Perry, and Paxton Wyman.
Ben and Ken doing a good job moving their way through. They're battling 1 and 2. That orange car is your leader. He's got number 2 right on his tail. They will be coming through the field. He's got Ethan next. After that, Paxton. 1 and 2 are battling it out. Oh no, your leader on his lid. Where's Ken to capitalize? Not quite close enough. 1 and 2. They can see each other every straightaway. Working their way through the field. Oh, now it's Ben's turn to get some bad luck, and Ken goes back to the top. Ethan moves into the 3 spot. Paxton right behind him. And Ken grabs that top spot again. Ken across the finish line. Your second place driver, Ben Castleberry in orange, hunting him down. Paxton not far back. He's in that 3 spot.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ken Perry, Ben Castleberry, and Paxton Wyman.
Yellow and blue is your leader moving through.
Orange of Ben Castleberry in the 2 spot. Oh no, your leader's hung up. Ben Castleberry snags it back. Orange now your leader with Ken Perry right on his tail.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1 and 2 are going to battle it
Paxton
to the
Wyman
line.
done.
Ben Castleberry's leading around
G
Ken
done.
Perry. Gets a tiny bit of breathing room. 1 more corner left for Ben
Dark
Castleberry.
Newberry done.
He will take that
Castleberry done.
victory and that
Sean
bump.
Smith done. All drivers are finished.
Ken Perry on the
Ken
2,
Perry done.
Paxton on the 3, Ethan on the 4, Eric on the 5, Sean rounding out the 6. For his first race, he had quite a showing in the qualifiers. I think Sean Smith's going to be coming back strong.
The race is completed.
All right, we got corners. Track is open.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Ben Adolph. Ben Trocky. Kyle Thompson. Jeff Adolph.
All right, let's line them up. Ben Adolph on the top spot. Kyle for the 2. Ben Trocky on the 3. Adolph on Jeff Adolph on the 4. Hey, Trocky, I'm just looking for feedback. How do you think that grid looks? Does it, well, actually, should ask Kyle Thompson. If we're getting in the 2, it almost looks like Ben has the advantage, potentially. Kind of begging for a... Definitely. We'll see how it plays out. Hammered down. All right, quarter marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. It is not a pretty start for the experts. However, they did find their positions. Ben Adolph with a bit of a lead in that number one spot. 2, 3, and 4 looking tight. Now even tighter is Jeff Adolph in the lightweight kit version with no body, moving to the 2 spot. Minute and a half in, and Ben Adolph's already looking to pick off some lappers. Oh no, Jeff Adolph rolls the 2. That's going to give it up to Kyle moving into the 2 spot. We got 2, 3, and 4 in a battle in a freight train through that center
After 2
section.
minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Kyle Thompson, and Jeff Adolph. Two, 3, 4 mixed up, but still bumper to bumper. It's Jeff Adolph, Ben Chalky, then Kyle. Oh, it's getting a little rough. 3 going for the quarter, never works out. Very rarely works out. Ben Adolph putting a lap on everybody, wisely jumps out of that battle. Second place over the finish line, Kyle Thompson, followed by Ben Chalky and Jeff Adolph. All right, they get some breathing room. 1 minute, 10 seconds on the clock. Ben Chalky slides into the 2 spot. After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Ben Chalky, and Kyle Thompson.
Chalky, you might want to let Ben Adolph go and attach to his bumper. Be a wise move. Otherwise, Kyle Thompson's going to find you.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kyle Thompson done. Jeff Adolph done. Ben Adolph done.
Ben
All
claiming
drivers are
that
finished.
one in strong
Chalky done.
fashion. Ben Adolph, that is. And Ben Chalky will claim the 2. Kyle Thompson for the 3.
The race is completed.
All right. These 4-wheel drive drivers get a taste of some open track tonight. Only 4 in this race. Looks like 4-wheel drive, buggy 13.5. Oh yeah, I do that all the time.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Track is open.
Dustin Belcher. Tristan Madsen. Brian G. Logan Hall. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let's line them up. Logan Hall gets to start on the top
30 seconds
spot.
to the start of the race.
Dustin Belcher on the 2, Brian Gee on the 3, Tristan Madsen on the 4. All right, let's do this. Corner marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. It's Belcher to the top spot, looking to get that bump. We got 4.5 minutes to sort it out. Logan Hall chasing him down. Logan Hall pulls right onto Belcher's back bumper. Makes a dangerous pass on the quarter pipe, but it was clean, just barely. Minute and a half in, 3.5 to go. Logan's got the breathing room. Now it's 2, 3, and 4 figuring out where they're going to land.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Logan Hall, Brian G, and Dustin Belcher.
Brian Gee moves into that top spot. Sorry, into that second spot. But it's Logan on the top spot. Brian's got clear track. Logan's 11 seconds up.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Logan Hall, Brian G., and Dustin Belcher.
Logan Hall in convincing fashion, putting a lap on the field for that bump spot. Ooh, Dustin Belcher's getting close to Brian Gee for the 2. Ooh, Brian Gee felt the pressure. Dustin moves into the 2, 30 seconds on the clock. Caution elevation, go inside. All clear.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian G. done. Dustin Belcher done.
All right, good job, Mr. Logan.
All drivers
bumping
are
on
finished.
through to the A.
Logan Hall done.
Logan, you won't have a ton of time. You're, let's see, race 7.
The race is completed.
Right, get 4 quarters out of that last race, and we'll likely need a volunteer. Definitely need a volunteer, actually. 1 volunteer quarter
2 minutes
marshal
to the
and
start
a
of the race.
Logan. Oh, Bradley's got us covered. Thank you, Bradley. Sorry about the bum luck. Oh, we're still missing 1. Oh, Braxton's got it covered. Who are we missing? Logan, Belcher, Ranky. Oh, Tristan. Okay. All right, track open.
Dan Perry. Jeff Adol. Corey Frisbee. Ben Adol. 1 minute to
Braxton
the start
and
of the race.
Bradley will get a free practice. Make sure you see Corey or myself and grab a free practice card.
"45 seconds to the start of the race.
Line them up.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
What are we going to do with this starting line? Do I just wrap it around the corner? I got nowhere to put a starting line on this layout. Further back, they go up the hill of the jump, though. I thought about it. And then the G-forces of the corners even rips the tape up. Potentially. Maybe that long straightaway there. Across the ugly gray carpet. All right, corner marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone.
Well, that was an interesting line. Dan Perry moves into the 3.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Jeff Adolph, and Dan Perry.
Ooh, Dan's moving up on to Jeff. It's looking like a battle there. We're halfway through this race. Whenever there's a dead car, we just leave it lie, and the quarter marshals have a job to do with their zones.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Jeff Adolph, and Dan Perry.
"15 seconds on the clock. Dan Perry's about got Jeff Adolph in sight. Ooh, this looks like this will be the last lap.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeff Adolph done. Dan Perry done.
Ben Adolph once again on that top spot. Jeff Adolph for the 2. Would definitely need
All
a
drivers are
volunteer
finished.
quarter marshal.
Ben
A
Adolph
couple
done.
volunteer quarter marshals for the short course race.
The race is completed.
This should be a good one. Never know who's going to come out on top. If anyone's available to volunteer quarter marshal, these short course drivers would very much appreciate it.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
Anyone at all available to volunteer quarter marshal? Volunteer. I'm counting on you, Common. Let's see. Oh. All right, track open.
Eric Newberry. Ken Perry. Nicole Brew.
Judging by the warm-up, we
Kyle
could use
Thompson.
about twice as many corners.
Ben
Now
Castleberry.
we're looking good.
Carl Blocker.
All right, go ahead and line them up. Ben Castleberry for the TQ, Ken Perry on the 2, Carl Blocker on the 3, Kyle Thompson on the 4, Nicole on the 5, Eric Newberry on the 6. I'm just going to stress how important this first corner is. This 180 has bad news written all over it. I'd highly advise using some care, a little bit of holding back. All right, quarter marshals ready, drivers on the tone. Oh no, your leader makes a mistake, the TQ. That's going to give Ken Perry the upper hand. Carl Blocker's looking good in the 2 spot. Orange truck of Ben Castleberry putting in work with a quick recovery. Carl Blocker moves to the top. He's got Ken Perry right on him. Ben Castleberry looking in. One and 2 moving through lappers. That yellow and blue followed by Ken Perry is 1 and 2 coming through. That's on you, Nicole. That's your battle for 1 and 2. Oh no, Carl gets a roll. That puts Ben Castleberry in the 2 spot now, and Ken Perry with some breathing room. White, orange, and blue is your leader over the big jump. Ben Castleberry on the 2. Kyle Thompson now in the 3 spot. He's right there as well. Available to capitalize if 1 or 2 makes a mistake. Oh, 1 and 2 get into it. Kyle Thompson goes for an air to the 3, but it doesn't work. All right, Castleberry in orange is your leader. Ken Perry right behind him.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ken Perry, Ben Castleberry, and Kyle Thompson.
All right, 1, 2, and 3, bumper to bumper through the infield. Oh man, they're their own worst enemies. That's going to put Ken Perry on top, and now Carl Blocker got through. He's in the 2 spot. He is looking right in on Ken Perry. Definitely a contender for the lead. Fluorescent yellow and blue is in the 2. Nicole, that truck behind you is on the hunt for the leader. Thank you. Ken Perry's going to have to deal with some traffic. White, orange, and blue is your leader, and he is running away from number 2. White, orange, and blue is your leader.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ken Perry, Carl Blocker, and Ben Castleberry.
"40 seconds on the clock. Your leader's got some breathing room. Carl Blocker still on that 2. Ben Castleberry on the hunt. Oh no, leader. All right. Kyle, do not take the leader out.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carl Blocker done. Eric Newberry done.
Oh, Carl
Kyle
gets
Thompson done.
caught. That puts Ken
Nicole
Perry
Brewer
on
done.
the victory lap. He will claim
Ken
it
Perry
for
done.
the evening.
All drivers are finished.
Ben Castleberry takes the 3.
Castleberry
Kyle
done.
Thompson for the 4. Eric Newberry for the 5. Nicole on the 6. Nice work putting it together, Mr. Ken Perry.
The race is completed.
Sportsman A. Main. You sure you don't want to throw in on this, Ben Trocky, just for old time's sake? Sure you don't want to throw in for old time's sake? Little you and Braxton? Maybe we do like a head-to-head. Yeah, for that battery.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
Ethan, you're covering the 2 spot? Okay. Be on your toes and be ready. It's really easy to get into the traffic. They come at you quick. So be ready. Attack position. All right, open track.
Brian G. Dan Peary. Braxton Yates. Logan Hall. Ben Castleberry.
All right, racers, let's line them up. Braxton Yates starting off in that TQ. Dan Perry starting for the 2. Brian Gee might have the advantage on the 3 spot with this horrible starting line. Logan Hall on the 4, Ben on the 5. All right, Ethan, are you ready? You're in attack mode? You're covering your zone? Okay, I like it. Corner marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. Oh, Braxton and Dan are running tight. Bumper to bumper, headed towards that big jump. Looks like Logan Hall is right there if anybody makes a mistake. Your leader in yellow, maybe a pinkish red and black. Anyway, Braxton is your leader. He's moving through those lappers. Try to give way if you can, if it makes sense. Your leader over the big jump now. Thank you, Castleberry. You're going to have Dan coming up on you quick as well.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Braxton Yates, Dan Peary, and Logan Hall.
We're at the halfway point. Braxton crosses that finish line. Dan Perry coming across that finish line. Oh, Logan sneaking in there. So looks like Dan and Logan battling through the infield. Oh no, Dan gets it wrong. Logan moves through onto the 2. That's a bad spot to make a mistake. quite a ways from any quarter marshals. Braxton putting in work, moving through the field to put a lap on him. One minute left on the clock.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Braxton Yates, Logan Hall, and Dan Perry. Five, 4, 3, 2.
Uh-oh, your leader's
One.
sitting on his lid for a very long time. That
Ryan
wasn't
G.
a
Dunn.
change, was it? It could have been. Was he really sitting on his lid for 7 seconds?
Dan Perry done. Braxton Yates done.
No.
Logan Hall
Okay,
done.
Braxton's got it.
All drivers
Although
are
Logan
finished.
Hall was about caught
Ben
him.
Castleberry done.
Whew, that was close. So Braxton does get to claim the V. Logan Hall for the 2, Dan for the 3. Four-wheel drive, A main.
The race is completed. Ben Adolph.
I grab one more quarter marshal for
2
bucket
minutes to
number
the start
6.
of the race.
Thank you, Ken Perry. All right, track open. Drivers can always feel free to call for quarter marshals.
Jeff
Trying to
Adolph.
delegate that
Ben
job.
Truckee. Logan Hall. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
Line those bad buggies up on the line. I'm half tempted to make you guys skip a spot, but Truckee, I'm watching you. They're just too close in the angle. I don't think there's any fixing it. I still think Truckee has the advantage. All right, last time on this starting line. Corner marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. Ben Adolph on the top spot. Jeff Adolph doing a good job not letting him get away. Jeff Adolph running a 15.7 to Ben's 15.2. Meanwhile, we got Logan Hall and Ben Truckee bumper to bumper. Truckee just took over that third.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Jeff Adolph, Ben Adolph, and Logan Hall.
Logan gets through clean, claiming the 3 spot. I'm going to assume Ben Adolph missed a lap because I sure didn't see him stop, but that's kind of weird. Adding a lap for Ben Adolph for a 15 seconds? Nah. Minute and a half left. I got Ben well up top, 10 seconds over the field. Then you got Jeff in the gray and orange with Logan right on his tail.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Jeff Adolph, and Logan Hall.
Logan's pulling up onto Jeff Adolph's rear bumper. Jeff Adolph currently sitting on the 2. He will have to make it clean. Jeff using as much track as possible. Jeff gets a break.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeff Adolph done.
Adolph
Ben
and
Adolph
Adolph
done.
across the line.
Logan
1
Hall
and
done.
2. Ben for the win. Jeff Adolph on the 2. Logan claims that 3, not far behind. Ben Adolph, any idea why you didn't check that one lap? Like, was there something? Double check the position of the transponder.
All drivers are finished.
Hopefully just a fluke.